Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take the sources you send us and really get to the core insights so you don't get bogged down.
Yeah, it's like a shortcut to getting smart on a topic fast. And today, we're digging into something super important for, well, pretty much any business owner, networking.
Exactly. You shared the book, Networking Like a Pro, How to Be Connected, so that's our guide for this session.
Looks like a good one. Our mission, then, is basically to unpack its main ideas on networking effectively.
We'll pull out the key strategies, the actionable stuff, and also touch on those common mistakes people often make.
Good plan. Because knowing what not to do is just as important, right?
Totally. Now, this book, it actually came from an interesting place.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more.
It grew out of something called Bconnected World, started during the COVID lockdowns, apparently.
Ah, okay. So born out of necessity, maybe?
Seems like it. Just 5 business owners asking, how can we make things better back in July 2021.
And now it's a whole Australian business support network. That's quite a journey.
It really is. And the book reflects that practical origin, I think. 17 chapters. It covers a lot.
Is it, like, dense or easy to get through?
Seems pretty user-friendly. They've got these bolded take-home bits after subsections.
Oh, nice. Like summaries.
Yeah, exactly. And even blank spaces for notes so you can, really work with it.
Practical. And they mention AI editing and professional proofreading, too.
They do. Shows they're serious about making it clear and useful.
Okay, great foundation. So where do we start? Why is networking such a big deal anyway, according to the book?
Well, the book really hammers home that old saying, it's not just what you know.
It's who you know.
Yeah.
Especially for small businesses, right?
Exactly. But it's not just collecting contacts superficially. It's presented as a strategic process.
Building and actually nurturing relationships, not just swapping cards at an event.
Right. Because those relationships, they unlock so much.
Like what specifically? What benefits does the book highlight?
Well, the obvious one is expanding your client base, often through referrals, which is huge.
Sure, referrals are gold. What else?
Finding chances to collaborate, maybe partnerships you wouldn't find otherwise.
Okay, yeah. Teaming up.
And just learning from other people's experiences, avoiding mistakes they made.
That's invaluable. Sort of like informal mentorship.
But the core message seems to be about genuine intention. It's not just self-promotion.
So it's about giving, not just taking. That mindset shift.
Precisely. Offering help, being authentic. The book suggests that builds a reputation bank.
I like that. A reputation bank. It pays dividends later, maybe unexpectedly.
Yeah. So let's dig into those benefits a bit more formally. The book lists quite a few.
Okay, lay them on me.
Increased business opportunities, obviously. Access to resources and expertise you might not have.
Makes sense. Leverage the network.
Enhanced visibility and credibility, being known in your field.
Right. Building your personal brand through connections.
Collaboration and partnerships, which we mentioned. Personal and professional growth, learning from others.
And there's another aspect too, isn't there? Like the support side.
Yeah, that's the last one listed. Emotional support and motivation. Running a business can be lonely.
It really can. Having that network to lean on,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Okay, so those are the upsides. But networking isn't always smooth sailing. The book points out some common mistakes.
Yes. The pitfalls. What's number one?
That what's in it for me? Mindset we touched on. Only thinking about yourself.
That's a big one. It really comes across if you're just there to take. You need to offer support too.
Networking has to be a two-way street, the book says. Focus on giving value.
Right. Build the relationship first. The opportunities often follow naturally from that.
Another mistake. Just showing up to events with no plan.
Aimless wandering. Yeah, I've seen that.
You need clear objectives, and you definitely need that elevator pitch ready.
Otherwise, you're just wasting time, really. Yours and theirs.
Yeah.
Having clear goals focuses your energy.
And then there's the comfort zone issue.
Oh, sticking with people you already know. Or only people in your exact industry.
Yeah. The book really pushes you to branch out. Expand beyond your usual circle.
Because that's where fresh ideas and unexpected opportunities often come from, right? Cross-industry connections.
Exactly. But maybe the biggest, or at least the most common mistake?
Let me guess. Not following up.
Bingo. You make a connection, maybe have a great chat, and then nothing.
Crickets. Yeah, that kills any momentum. The book stresses that follow-up is absolutely critical.
It shows you're genuinely interested and you value the connection. Turns a quick chat into something real.
Okay, so we know the why, the benefits, the potential mistakes. How does the book suggest we actually build a strong network? Where do you start?
It starts with the foundation. First step, figure out your networking goals.
Yeah.
Be specific.
And not just meet more people. What do you actually want to achieve?
Are you looking for clients, mentors, strategic partners, just knowledge?
And the book mentions SMART goals here.
Yes. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. Makes it concrete.
And aligning those goals with your specific business niche is important too, I bet.
Definitely. It's about targeted effort, not just casting a wide, random net.
Okay, goals identified. What's next in building that foundation?
Defining your target audience.
Yeah.
Who are you actually trying to connect with?
Understanding your ideal customer, essentially.
Yes, through market research. Demographics, sure, but also psychographics, their interests, values, lifestyle.
Getting beyond the surface level. And the book suggests creating buyer personas.
Yeah, those detailed profiles. But it's not just about customers.
Right, also potential partners, referral sources.
Exactly. Your audience for networking is broader than just your end user. And the book notes this can evolve too.
Makes sense. Needs change. Okay, goals, audience. What's the third pillar?
Your unique value proposition, your UVP. What makes you different?
The why choose you question. How does the book define it?
As a concise statement about the unique benefits you offer, it needs to be clear and compelling.
And how do you develop that?
Understand your audience's needs, pinpoint your unique strengths, use clear language, no jargon.
Simple, direct.
Yeah, and integrate it everywhere. Business cards, website, your elevator pitch.
So it's consistent. And it's not a one-and-done thing either, right? It needs refining.
Exactly. It's an ongoing process as your business evolves.
Okay, foundation laid, goals, audience, UVP. Now let's talk practicalities. Preparing for actual networking events.
Right. First step there is researching and picking the right events.
Quality over quantity. Not all events are worth your time.
The book says, define your event goals, figure out where your target audience hangs out.
Check the organizer's credibility too, probably.
Good point, yeah. Use online tools, LinkedIn, Eventbrite, Meetup to find relevant stuff. Industry conferences are often key.
So be selective. Once you've picked an event,
Set clear objectives for that specific event. Again, SMART goals are useful here.
what do you want to achieve tonight? Makes sense. Focuses the mind.
And it helps you measure success afterwards, too. Did you meet those objectives?
Dives back to the overall business goals.
Okay.
Okay, objective set. What about your intro?
The elevator pitch, we mentioned it, but the book gives it proper attention.
Keep it under 60 seconds, right? Concise and compelling.
Yeah, tailor it to the audience if you can. Highlight your UVP. Focus on benefits.
Use relatable language. Practice it so it sounds natural.
Exactly. And be ready to adapt it slightly depending on the situation.
Got it. What else in terms of prep? Materials.
Yep. Perfecting your networking materials. Business cards are still relevant.
Really? In the digital age?
Apparently so, according to the book. Make sure info is current. Maybe add social handles, a QR code.
Okay. Keep them updated. What about brochures?
If you use them, make sure they have a clear key message, good visuals, concise info, and really highlight the benefit.
And consistency and branding across everything is key.
Absolutely. Regular review and updates needed too.
Okay, fully prepped. You arrive at the event. Now the real work begins. Communication and building relationships. Where does the book start here?
With something fundamental but often overlooked. Active listening.
Just actually listening,
No.
not planning your reply while they're talking.
Yeah. Exactly that. Full engagement, understanding their perspective, put away distractions, make eye contact, nod.
Show you're actually present in the conversation.
And combine that listening with asking engaging questions.
Not just yes-no questions, right? Open-ended ones.
Yeah. Thoughtful questions relevant to them or their industry. Shows genuine interest. Helps you learn too.
Okay, listening and asking questions. That builds rapport, presumably.
Definitely. The book then talks about developing that rapport and building trust.
How? What are the strategies?
Active listening is key, like we said. Being authentic, just be yourself.
Consistency is probably important too. Following up, doing what you say you'll do.
Crucial. Adding value is another big one. Share useful info, make introductions for them, offer support.
Proactive engagement too, like joining groups or attending things regularly.
Yes, and always focusing on the relationship, not just the immediate transaction.
It's a long game.
Mm.
Which leads to the next point, I guess. Nurturing relationships for long-term success.
Exactly. It takes ongoing effort. Show genuine interest. Keep listening.
Be consistent in reaching out emails, calls, maybe even just sharing something relevant.
Yeah. Keep adding value connections, resources, your expertise. Show up at events.
And be patient. Right. Trust takes time to build.
Definitely. It's an investment.
Now, a lot of networking happens online these days. How does the book tackle that?
It has a whole section on leveraging online platforms. Starts with the role of social media.
Which is huge now, connecting with clients, influencers.
Showcasing your expertise, promoting your business cost-effectively.
Consistent communication, getting feedback, finding online communities.
Yeah, all that. But you don't need to be everywhere online, do you?
No, the book stresses selecting the right channels. Where does your audience actually spend time?
LinkedIn for professional stuff, maybe Instagram for visuals.
Huh.
You tailor the content.
And maintain consistency. A content calendar helps. Use hashtags, track analytics.
Focus on quality engagement, not just blasting out posts.
Right, so beyond just posting, how do you build an engaging online presence?
Starts with a professional website, user-friendly, SEO optimized.
Makes sense. Your home base online.
Compelling social media profiles with relevant content, actual interaction.
Don't just set it and forget it.
Right. Content creation is key too. Blogs, videos, podcasts, infographics, whatever fits your style.
Email marketing still plays a role.
Yes, for nurturing leads. And seeking partnerships online too.
Okay. What about specific online communities or groups, like on LinkedIn or Facebook?
Big potential there. Connect with like-minded people, establish credibility by contributing value.
Be strategic, right? Choose relevant groups.
Yes. And the advice is, listen first. Observe the group dynamics.
Then participate authentically. Provide value, don't just jump in selling.
Exactly. Relationship building, even online.
Okay, so you're networking online and offline. How do you maximize the opportunities that come from all this activity?
Good question. The book covers that, starting with referrals and recommendations.
Word of mouth, still powerful.
Hugely. Provide amazing service first off. Then don't be afraid to ask for referrals. Maybe even incentivize them.
Tap into existing connections to industry events, associations, online groups, influencers.
And don't forget online reviews and testimonials. Respond to them.
And reciprocate, right? Refer business to others in your network.
Absolutely. It builds goodwill. Next up, collaborating with other businesses.
Strategic partnerships for mutual benefit.
Yep. Things like co-marketing, strategic alliances with complementary businesses, maybe even joint ventures.
Important to pick partners with similar values and goals, though.
Definitely. Needs to be a good fit.
And the third way to maximize opportunities.
Participating actively in industry events and associations.
We touched on events, but associations too.
Yeah, joining associations gives you access to resources, collaboration opportunities, and a ready-made network.
And at events, maybe even look for chances to speak or be on panels. Showcase expertise.
Great way to raise your profile. Again, set clear goals for each event. Be an active listener.
Okay, you've made connections, maximized opportunities, but it all falls apart without follow-up.
We keep coming back to it. The book stresses effective follow-up strategies.
What are some specifics?
Be timely and personalize your response. Don't send a generic template.
Categorize contacts, maybe, based on priority or context.
Good idea. Connect on social media, send relevant resources, an article, an introduction.
Schedule regular check-ins. Offer help proactively.
Yes. Attend events together if appropriate. Basically, stay top of mind in a positive way.
And technology can help manage all this.
Big time. CRM software is huge for organizing contacts and automating reminders.
Email marketing automation for nurturing sequences.
Yep. Social media for ongoing engagement. Virtual meeting platforms to stay connected regardless of location.
Makes it much more manageable. So the overarching theme for building lasting connections.
Authenticity, consistency, and engagement. Following through on promises. Actively providing value.
It's about genuine relationship maintenance over the long haul.
Exactly. Now, networking isn't always easy. The book acknowledges challenges like networking anxiety.
Oh yeah, that's real for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Palms sweaty, mind blank.
Totally. The book offers practical tips. Prepare. Set goals beforehand. Start with people you know.
Have that elevator pitch ready so you don't stumble.
Practice active listening takes the focus off you. Bring a friend or colleague, a wingman.
And remember to follow up later, which can feel less pressured. It's good they acknowledge it's common.
Yeah, normalizes it. What about rejection? Or just hitting obstacles?
Not everyone will connect, right?
Exactly. View rejection as learning, not failure. Break down big obstacles into smaller steps.
Seek advice from your network. Build resilience. And, importantly, celebrate your wins, however small.
Keeps the motivation up.
Yeah.
And what if you're in a really competitive industry?
Seems like networking would be even harder then.
The book has strategies. Define your niche very clearly. Be proactive. Don't wait for opportunities.
Build genuine relationships. Maybe that's your edge.
Could be. Leverage technology. Even consider collaborations with competitors sometimes.
Interesting. And consistent follow-up is probably even more critical there.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're doing all this. How do you know if it's working? Measuring success.
Right. ROI on your networking time and effort. Where does that start?
With setting measurable goals, again tied to business objectives, new leads, brand awareness, partnerships.
Specific targets, timelines? Makes sense.
Then you need to track and evaluate your efforts.
Oh, keep records.
Yeah, spreadsheets, CRM, track interactions, events attended, evaluate the return.
Maybe ask for feedback from contacts, too. How are you coming across?
Good idea. The book says it's an ongoing process.
And based on that tracking, you adjust your strategies.
Exactly. Continuous improvement. See what's working, what's not. Stay updated on trends. Experiment.
Be flexible and adapt. Got it. What about the rules? Networking etiquette and professionalism.
Important chapter. Starts with understanding basic etiquette, those unwritten rules.
Like active listening, which we covered. Respectful business card exchange. Actually look at it.
Yeah, acknowledge the person. And maintain a professional online presence, too. It all ties together.
And how you dress. Does the book cover that?
It does. General advice. Err on the side of slightly more formal. Well-tailored, conservative.
Consider the event and industry, of course. Avoid anything too casual or revealing. Pay attention to grooming.
Basically, look like you take it seriously. It boosts your confidence, too.
True. What about awkward moments? They happen.
Yeah. Handle them with grace. Acknowledge mistakes. Apologize if needed.
Practice active listening to refocus. Stay positive. Have some prepared conversation starters, maybe.
Good tip. And seek support from a friendly face if you get stuck.
Okay, makes sense. Now, shifting gears slightly, building a network of mentors and advisors. That's a specific kind of networking.
Very valuable kind. First step. Identifying potential mentors.
What are you looking for?
People successful in your niche, good communicators, willing to share, find them at events, online, maybe even existing contacts.
Okay, you found someone. How do you approach them?
Do your research first. Be genuine and specific about why you admire them. Respect their time.
Don't just ask, will you be my mentor?
Yeah?
Right away.
Probably not. Prepare thoughtful questions. Offer value back if you can. Communicate consistently.
And the book suggests maybe having multiple mentors.
Yeah.
Diverse perspectives.
Yeah, from different fields even.
And how do you really leverage that mentorship once you have it?
Soak up their wisdom, insights, connections. They offer feedback, challenge you, expand your network, boost your credibility.
You just need to be open and willing to learn.
Absolutely. Okay, back to the core business growth aspect, networking specifically for that.
Identifying opportunities for collaboration and partnerships.
Yep. Keep your eyes open at events, online, look for complementary businesses, leverage your existing network, stay updated on trends, join associations.
Be proactive in spotting those potential synergies.
And what about just generally increasing your network for business expansion?
Growing the overall reach.
Yeah, it comes back to genuine relationships. Define goals and audience. Use online platforms, attend events prepared, join groups, provide value, follow up consistently.
It's all the core principles applied specifically to growth.
Pretty much. And then leveraging networking for actual sales and revenue.
The bottom line.
Again, genuine relationships first, not just a hard sell. Strategic collaborations can lead to sales. Become a thought leader, share expertise, consistent follow-up.
Build trust, provide value, and the sales can follow.
That seems to be the message. Now, let's focus specifically on networking in the digital age.
Virtual networking opportunities.
Yeah, the book highlights how it breaks down distance barriers, offers flexibility, great for collaboration, builds your online presence.
But it needs to be balanced with in-person too, right?
Definitely. The book talks about leveraging specific online tools and platforms.
Like what?
Social media, LinkedIn, X, Facebook, Instagram, online forums, virtual events, webinars, email marketing, collaboration tools like Slack or Trello, online directories.
Lots of options. Key is consistent effort and genuine engagement, though.
Always. And the best approach is often blending online and offline.
How do they work together?
Use online to promote events or share insights from in-person meetings. Use face-to-face connections to drive online engagement. They feed each other.
Creates a stronger overall presence. This all requires a certain mindset, doesn't it?
It really does. The book talks about maintaining a networking mindset. First, cultivate a positive and proactive attitude.
Growth mindset, genuine interest in others.
Proactive approach, seek opportunities. Be reliable. Stay positive.
And make networking a habit, not just something you do occasionally.
Yes. Set goals. Identify key events communities. Schedule time for it. Keep your pitch ready. Be genuine. Follow up. Use social media consistently.
Integrate it into your regular routine.
But what if you hit a wall? Lose motivation? Networking plateaus.
Happens to everyone, I guess.
The book suggests revisit your goals. Diversify your network. Meet different kinds of people. Find an accountability partner. Keep learning. Celebrate small wins. Give back to your network.
Reignite the spark. Good advice.
Now, specifically for small business owners, there are unique challenges. Time management is a big one.
Always. Never enough time.
Strategies include clear goals, prioritize activities, schedule networking time, use tech, delegate, be selective, follow up efficiently.
Treat networking time like any other important appointment.
And balancing networking with everything else a small business owner has to do.
Yeah, the juggling act.
Create that schedule. Focus on quality, not quantity. Use virtual networking to save travel time. Remember, it's a long-term investment.
It pays off eventually, even if it takes time away from immediate tasks.
And what if resources are limited? Money, staff.
Common issue for small businesses.
Leverage what you do have. Time, knowledge, willingness to help. Be strategic about which events you pay for. Maximize every interaction. Use free online tools. Seek support from mentors, associations.
Be resourceful. Okay,
Yeah.
bringing it all home networking for long-term success.
Yeah.
Building a sustainable network.
It's about the power of those relationships. Define goals. Use online platforms. Attend events prepared. Give before you receive. Consistently maintain the network.
Sounds like a summary of everything we've discussed.
Pretty much. And leveraging that network for support and advice, not just business.
Reciprocity is key there. Surround yourself with supportive, like-minded people. Participate actively. Engage consistently.
Build that community around you. And finally, continuously expand and nurture the network.
Never stop.
View every interaction as an opportunity. Use social media. Communicate consistently. Be a resource for others. Show genuine interest.
It's an ongoing process, requires constant attention.
So the book wraps up with a take-homes chapter. Quick recap.
Let's do it. Key strategies.
Build genuine relationships. Craft your elevator pitch. Use online networking effectively. Communicate well. Listen.
Leverage referrals. Attend events strategically. Be a connector for others. Keep learning. Give back.
And the final tips to be connected.
Be prepared. Listen actively. Follow up promptly. Give generously. Stay connected. Attend diverse events.
Then the overall message for small business owners.
Embrace networking. It's vital for learning, collaboration, growth. Think generosity and reciprocity.
So wrapping up our deep dive on networking like a pro, the big takeaway really is consistent strategic networking.
Built on real relationships and providing value. It seems absolutely crucial for small business success.
Couldn't agree more. So here's a final thought for everyone listening. What's one small, actionable step you can take, like today?
Just one thing. Maybe nurture an existing connection or research one new networking opportunity.
Exactly. Just start somewhere.
Well, thanks for sharing this book. It was a great basis for our discussion. And thanks, everyone, for joining this deep dive.
Yeah, hopefully that gives you a really solid, actionable understanding of networking based on this source. Feel free to reach out with questions or, suggest topics for future deep dives.